Okay, good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everyone. I suppose we have to start with the macroeconomics, right? So in macroeconomics, we have already studied about the chapter number 3, that is your national income and related aggregates. Okay, so we have already studied about this chapter, but we will have a quick revision because it is a very important chapter in your macroeconomics or in your economics. So we are going to have a quick revision of it. So now, national income and related aggregates. So it start with the concept of national income. So what is national income, anyone? What is national income, anyone? Say. What is national income, beta?
The sum of total of factor income earned by normal resident of country.
Okay, so sum of total of factor income earned by the normal residents of the country. Okay, so you can see here in national income two things are coming. One is factor income. Normal resident. So you can see these two words are being focused in the national income, like factor income and normal residence. So what is factor income and what is national income? Sorry, what is normal residence? We will see. Factor incomes are earned income. Earned income, or you can say for which you have rendered some service, or you have rendered service. Or you can say factor income is your factor payment. You have done some factor work. Okay, that is your factor income. That is why you have earned factor income. So whenever you are working somewhere and doing some job, you are performing some work, that you will be getting factor income. Understood? I suppose you people remember or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Who said no? Shall?
No, sir. I say
What no, sir? Did you get it or you didn't get it?
yes, sir.
Oh my God. Okay, fine. So, factor incomes are those income, you can say it is an earned income by the rendering factor services. Okay, when you are performing factor services, or you can say factor service. So, you earn factor income. Understood? And what the normal residents of the country? In this, if you remember, I told you 2 points to be there in the normal residents. Okay, if somebody is coming from outside, even all residents, all people, those who are living in the country, okay, even it is outside people, those who are living in our country, or even the normal citizens of the country, if they have lived for minimum 1 year, okay, if they are living here for minimum 1 year, are their economic interest lies in the same country? Okay, their economic interest lies in the same country. 2 points were there. I suppose you people remember. Please tell. Say, you people forgot that. If you remember, okay, you people have forgotten, I think. So, in normal residence, there were 2 points. Only first point was any person, those who are living in the country for the minimum period of 1 year. If the person is living here for the period of 1 year, or you can say minimum 1 year he has lived here, then he will be considered to be the normal resident. And one more thing, economic interest. What do you mean by this, anyone? What do you mean by economic interest? Lies in the same country. What do you mean by that? Try to study, children, whatever you people are studying. So whatever I am teaching, please go home and also revise. What home? You people are already at home. So after studying this, please try to revise something. Are you people are hearing my voice or not?
Yes, sir.
Then why the answer is not coming?
So economic interest means that they are spending or earning in that particular location.
Particular location, fine, that is good. But why you are not telling the answer when I was asking you people? So whenever I am asking, please turn on your mic and say the answer.
Yes, sir.
No, so if you don't know, please tell me, sir, we don't remember or we have forgotten. I will tell you again. Fine. Okay. So economic interest means the person who is living in the country or those who are there, they are spending the money in the same country only. Or where they are living, they are spending the money there, it's in the particular location only. Okay, means if they are going to the market, going and purchasing, they are buying clothes, they are purchasing food, they are buying medicine, they are giving rent, whatever the work they are doing in the same country. So first point, the person who is outside from the country or the normal residents will be criteria of normal residents are 2 points. First, he or she must live in the country for minimum period of 1 year. Okay, and their economic interest lies in the country. Some people are here, those who are accepted from these cases or normal residents, one who is coming for tourist purpose, but for the tourism. Okay, and second, those who are coming for the health checkup or for the medical facility here. And third, students. Okay, and fourth, person who is visiting here on a official visit. Okay, they are also not the normal citizen. Okay, and a troops of engineers, also a group of engineers coming. Okay, or workers are coming from outside and coming and going within a 1 year. They are also not considered to be the normal residents. The normal residence criteria is there minimum 1 year and economic interest lies in the country. And students, those who are living here, foreigners, those who are living here in the country, they are living for 3 or 4 years, 5 years, but they are here because of the study purpose. So they will not consider to be the normal citizens of the country. Okay, means normal citizens means here a general public is coming, living here, working here, and spending his money here only. They will be considered to be the normal residents. Why? Any confusion with the normal residents, who will be the normal residents and who will not be the normal residents? Anyone? Okay, then shall we move ahead? Then factor income already taught. Say yes or no? Okay, one more point is there, factor income. See, one name is there, transfer income. So tell me whether this transfer income is to be taken in the estimation of national income or not.
No, sir.
Why? What is the reason?
Sir, because it is earned by not doing any services,
Okay.
like unlike factor income.
Okay. I got it. Anybody else want to share something in this? Anyone? Only one? Like, yeah.
Sir, it is unearned income, so it will be not.
Okay, so both are correct. Fine. It is not an earned income. Okay. Generally, it is a transfer from somebody. So it is the person has not done any factor services for which he is being paid as an factor payment. Okay, or he is earning factor income. So when you are doing any factor services or factor work or whatever work you are doing, if you are getting the money, then it will be your factor income. Understood? Then it will be your factor income. Fine now? Yes, that is the correct. So if you are rendering any factor services, you are getting money or you are earning money, that is your factor income. And if somebody is transferring to your account, okay, somebody, Didi, Bhaiya, Dada, Dadi, Chacha, Chachi, somebody coming to your house and living for a few days, and when they are returning back to their country or their city, then they are giving you some money, okay, or transferring to your account. So that will be grants, okay, gifts. They are not, they are the transfer income. They are just given like that only. So it won't be considered to be the factor income. So factor income is something else, and your transfer income is something else. So factor income is only included in the estimation of national income. Okay, if we talk about the incomes, so factor income is included in the estimation of national income, and this your transfer income is not included in the national income. Understood? Means it is not included in estimation of national income. Fine. Then we talk about the domestic income and national income. What is domestic income and national income? Say, what is domestic income? Anyone?
Sir, it is the sum of total of factor income generated within the domestic treasury of the country.
Yeah, very good. That is correct. Okay, it is the sum total of income which is generated within the domestic territory of the country. That is known as domestic. Fine. Now, what is your national income? What is your national income? Anyone?
Outside the,
Yeah, say Krishna.
so the sum of total factor earned outside the
Yeah, sum of total.
factor income earned by the outside the country.
Outside is no, not like that. Some part of
Then-
it.
Normal resident of the country.
Sorry, again, come again.
Sir, it is the sum of total factor according to the normal resident of the country.
Okay, so we can say domestic income plus income from the rest of the. Is it correct? Domestic income plus income from the rest of the world. Or what do you say in the other word? It is a general way of saying, but what do you say? Domestic income plus NIFA, net factor income, net income from abroad. Okay, net income from abroad. Or NFIA is also called with the other name. What is that? NIFA is also called with the other name. That is NFIA. Either you call NFIA or either you call NIFA, NIFA. Okay, both are same. Net factor income from abroad or net income from abroad, both are same. Fine. So net income from abroad plus domestic income, that become your national income. Fine. So do you want me to tell that how this NFIA comes out? How we derive NFIA?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I suppose you people have forgotten that. Okay, see this. Now, income from the rest of the world. Okay. So what is there? To find whatever income we are receiving and some income we are paying to the outside world. Okay. Some we are receiving and we are paying. So what we do just simply minus income received from the rest of the world. So I am writing in the short form only. Income received minus income paid to the rest of the world. So simply you can call in a short form to remember income received from the rest of the world and income paid to the rest of the world. So income received minus paid, that is your net income from abroad, or you can also say net factor income from abroad. Oh, that's fine. Any problem, anyone? You people got it or not? Hey, don't make faces like that. That I have not taught you this.
Sir, understood.
Sorry? Yeah, Shambhavi.
Understood. Sir,
Understood?
understood.
See, this is the second time we are going through it. Yeah, Ayush, any problem, man? I can see your face. It is like it is bouncing. Say.
Oh, sorry. No, sir.
Okay, fine. Man. Yeah, Jagriti, any problem, beta? Just.
No, sir.
Don't be afraid. Please say. If you have any problem or you don't remember, please tell me, beta. Say. So shall we move ahead? Okay. So you got it? Then how you convert domestic income to national income? So domestic and national. It's very simple. See, if you are coming from domestic to national, okay, plus NFI. Okay, you will add NFIA to the domestic income, it will become national income. And if you are going from national, if you are having national income, you want to convert to the domestic income, then what will happen? Then minus NFIA. So if you are having national income, just minus the amount which you have got as an NFIA or net factor income from abroad, then it will become your domestic. Understood? Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so second, gross income and net income. So how you are changing that gross to net? How is that? So you can say the gross value is to be considered to be the market value of that product when you are purchasing that, or when you have purchased. Suppose you have purchased a mobile of 10,000. Okay, few months back. Okay, so you are telling that mobile of, whenever you are saying that mobile is cost you 10,000. So when you, that is the gross value of the mobile. Understood? That was the gross value of that mobile. And suppose then if you are selling that mobile again after using 3-4 months, okay, then what is happening? You are selling it at the 10,000 rupees itself. Are you able to, will you be able to sell that mobile on 10,000 rupees only? No, some amount will be deducted. So it is net value of that mobile, or you can say actual cost. Or you can say present cost. Okay, present cost of that mobile. Fine. This, see, this actual cost is there, this present cost is there for making you understand. Okay, so cost value you have understood. Now net value you have understood. So how to find it out? So from gross value to net value. So if you are coming from gross value to net value, then what you will do? Minus depreciation. Minus depreciation. From gross value, if you minus subtract depreciation, it will become net value. And in net value, if you are adding depreciation, it will again become gross value. Suppose you sold that mobile in 8,000 rupees. Okay, so you actually got 8,000 as a net value, but the 2,000 loss was there now. If you add that 2,000 in that net value, it will become again gross value or market value. Fine. Now we move to the other point. Okay, market price and factor cost. That is also known as MP and FC. It is there now, like GDP FC or GDP MP. So we are talking about these chota thing. Okay, FC and MP. So MP refers to the market price of a commodity, and factor costs represent the production cost or factor cost of that product. So suppose, for example, if I say thing like this, suppose you manufacture a pen, okay. Suppose one pen which you have produced is costing you 8 rupees. The factor cost of that product is 8 rupees. Fine. Then, and you are selling that pen. You are selling that pen at 10 rupees. Fine. That is your market price. That is the market price of that product. So you can see here you have purchased the pen. Here you have produced the pen for 10 rupees, which is costing you 8. Costing you 8 rupees. So you can see here the hike of plus 2 rupees is there. It is there. Say yes or no. Turn on your mic and say.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is this 2 rupees?
So net indirect tax, NIT.
What?
Net indirect tax, NIT.
Anybody else? Some may be thinking it is a profit. Who is thinking as a profit? Please let me know.
Indirect tax.
It is good. You people remember something. Fine. So it is your NIT. That is known as net indirect taxes. Okay, that is known as indirect taxes. Now, this is the amount which which producer needs to pay to the government. So it is costing you as a market price, or it is being added to the manufacturing cost or factor cost, then it becomes the market price. So for simple example, how you find that net indirect taxes? What is the formula for it? Is equal to indirect taxes minus subsidies. What is subsidies? subsidies are the grants and commissions which is given to the producers from the government side. That is known as subsidy. So whatever taxes was there, the government has given some rebate. That rebate is what? Subsidy. If you minus that, suppose your indirect tax was 4 rupees. Okay, and government given subsidy of 2 rupees from the government side. So how much net indirect came? That is 2 rupees. And this 2 rupees is what added as a net indirect taxes or net tax, which is being included here. Fine. So in a small form, so if market price is there and you want to make it factor cost, then what you will do? Minus NI. Okay. What you will do? You will subtract this, then you will get factor cost. And when you are on at factor cost and you want market price, what you will do? Plus NI. So after adding the tax only, then only the product will be sold to market. Okay. So this is all for today. We'll meet up in the next class. Till then, thank you.